Innovative thinking is something subjective. If you do personality test, there are five brothers. Let's take an example. There are five brothers. They came with the same parents. They brought up in a same family. They meet the same relatives. They went to the same school and colleges. But you will see that you will find a difference in them. One will say, all I have is because of my parents. One will say, you didn't love me much, so I couldn't concentrate on my study. You waste my life. To the parents. And one will say, you made my life. So what is the difference? Difference is the thinking. Because one guy who is positively skewed, he is taking everything positive. He is looking that the father is working, bringing money. Oh, this is really tough. He is doing a great job. The other guy is thinking, what he is doing, he is doing nothing to me, and I can do it better, they don't care for me, and what they show is just artificial. There are a lot of complex cognition in the world, so we have to understand that where we fall and where the other people fall, because alone we are nothing. Even you are a CEO, you are CFO, you have a limited capacity physically. You have two hands only. You cannot make it four. So you need to delegate certain works. So if you are a team of horses, you are different. And if you are a horse and your team is donkey, so you cannot perform well. So all this has to be, it's a package. We don't need only a better CFO, but a better CFO need a better team onwards, and even a better management. Sometimes in conflicts, when you discuss the conflict management, you will be a better CFO, but your bosses, your chairman, your board will not be supportive to your new ideas, right? So these are all that you have to handle. These are the broad level issues that every big company CFOs are facing from. So a meaning of generating innovation to achieve two objectives that are implicit in any good business strategy. Make business use, improve what we have today and what we will do tomorrow. Means keep your eye on today, but look forward. Now look forward can be, in our terms, we make budgets to look forward, and certain kind of budgets we will discuss: strategic, non-strategic, long-term, short-term, in order to quantify that what we are actually thinking. Maybe some business people they talk very nice, but when you try to quantify, you try to see what is the gross profit ratio, what is net profit ratio, we find that the idea sounds attractive, but it is not doable in terms of profitability. So on the other hand, CFO should also understand that money is not the only criteria for choosing a product or being innovative or running the business from the top. Money is not always the answer. There are always other things. Sometimes you have to bid below cost in order to get the win, the confidence of your customer. And once you build relationship, later you cover up the cost. So it's not that only one deal you want to make money and just finish it off. You should have some time lower, upper, and very up you go. Once you develop the relationship, you provide better services. It's of course help you in order to get the repeated clients. So today and tomorrow we have to think about, and innovative thinking has a prime goal, object of improving competitiveness in terms of design, quality, price, and uniqueness. There are always automobile industry. There are a lot of industries which has close competitions. And in economics language, if you are in an elastic zone, so you are really in trouble, because if you change the price of your commodities, your products, competitor is going to take the market share. So you don't have market margins in your industry sometimes, right? So how to be unique, how to bring the new products, how to win in the same competitive market, this is what we need to bring into. A lot of time, almost a day, every day, I meet investors, I meet those people who have ideas. Someone has idea looking for money, someone has money looking for the people who can really deliver him some good return on investments. So when I sit with them, I feel that the first reaction is, if you tell them, okay, let's make a hotel, for example, they will say, there are a lot of hotels, so why I should make a hotel, right? If you tell them, okay, let's make a school, let's make a shopping mall, the first natural reaction comes, there are a lot of, and this is somehow is true, right? That if you are going to enter in an industry, so there are a lot of key players since years sitting and they are occupying their market shares. But I always negotiate innovativeness, that what is unique about your idea is going to give you a market share. Google is an example. Microsoft and Apple, they were enjoying a free business since years. And when Google came, they introduced Google Maps, Android application, and Samsung mobiles are another example that is last 10 to 12 years. They beat so many key players. So if you think that, okay, launching a mobile even today is not a viable option because people will go buy here and there, this is brand. This thinking is going to kill the innovation. Innovation is you have an idea. For example, a chartered accountant, a CPA or other qualification guys, they always think, let's make a business. Let's start practice. But the first question comes, like what I will do, if there are already big four, there are other companies sitting since long, what I can do into, right? So this is the first thought comes. But there is always a pitch, there is always an innovative placement that this work is being neglected. This works big fours are not taking much into. So let's work on this segment. Let's work on, some people excel in consultancy business, some in audit, some in taxation, some in due diligence. There are some people who are specialized only for IPOs. There are some people who only work for government sectors. They say, no, private sector is not that what we deal with. We do 1, 2, 3 according to this sector. Some people say, no, government sector, we cannot work with them. We will work with the private sectors, And some people become specialist of an industry, that you are a specialist of only auditing banks or providing banking solutions only. So this is what all is according to our critical thinking, that what we need to do today, tomorrow, and what uniqueness we can bring in terms of price, process, and products. This is what is really important. When we will move back to the case, we will try to relate these points, because the girl who really took this initiative and she revamped the business model, and we'll see how it works. What are the obstacles to the innovation? There are a lot of obstacles to the innovation. Why we don't think new, right? The first thing is, suppose you get a qualification and you get a better job, right? You have family. So you are saying, okay, I make a lot of money. I don't need to do an extra effort. Weekend, I'm busy with my wife, She is very demanding, right? For example. So it all kills your innovation, because if you are sitting with your wife or husband, opposite way, both. I'm not a racist or gender discriminator, but somehow if you see that what are the points that generally kills innovation. I was sitting with my friend, he was heading a bank as a CEO. Very big salary, perks, benefits. 4 o'clock he's out of the bank, right? And this is he was doing last 4 or 5 years. This is, I'm giving you a live example of a person living in UAE. And I said, look, what you do after? I go home, I enjoy, play squash, this and that. I said, okay, what you do on weekend? Weekend is for my wife, she's very demanding. I can't, otherwise you don't know what will happen. So, but I also feel that this guy has really good qualities. And he has a capital also. If he put money, into a right business that according to his needs, it's going to be a very successful venture. He is now owner of 6 restaurants inside, GCC. His restaurants are really good, And somehow he had issues with his wife, which is fixed, once he become a great entrepreneur, and money start coming from other sources, and it was really big actually. So it attracts you, your opportunity cost, you start calculating, going home, sleeping, enjoying and just sitting versus what you are. And it's not about money, it's about, when people say, yeah, so this is the guy, this is the man, this is the girl, call. If you want to make a restaurant, she is the advisor. If you want to make, industrial unit, bring this guy. He knows everything. He will plug and play his model and start. This is how, I was here working with a guy. He is one of the major shareholders. So I used to observe his thinking, how he thinks. And what I get out of that is, one day he told me, I'm going to make a new bank in 2007. So, I know people, if you tell them there's a job in bank, so they will say, okay, please, do something for me. This is really true. And the one guy is telling that I'm going to make a bank, and making a bank means 300 million at least authorized share capital you have to put. Then there was some licensing, some corporate governance, and central bank, a lot of issues. So I asked him, I can't ask this question that how you think to make a bank, because he was already running the finance houses and major shareholder in bankings. But I asked him that how easy for you is to make a bank here. So he said it's very easy, and he took a name of a person. Actually it's a company, but the guy who is in that company, he said, I called this guy, we sat, and he will do it for me. And he did it. Right? So we as CFOs, we as finance guys are very important. Very, very important. When we will have a credibility, when people will recognize our skills, when we will be specialists of some certain task, and we demonstrate it over the period of time till the market start feeling that yes, this is the right financial leader or innovator, right? This is what is the scope of our training for 3 days. So I started what is the obstacle to the successful innovation. First is comfort zone. This is very dangerous. When you bought a big car, you took your apartment, you are having a very nice job, then you start closing your brain and your eyes, and you say, yes, this is what I was looking for. What effort is required? You forget that you have a brain, which is 9 to 10% utilized. And if you know the Newton brain, they investigate, they came out that 17% of the brain has utilized. A normal person utilize 8 to 9% of the brain. So if we will utilize our brain in more positive and innovation and creativity for innovative ideas and innovative people. The case that we are going to discuss, and after that there is another case. These are the real examples of the people that they redefine the same thing, right? They redefine. The world is quite old. People also selling rice maybe 1,000 years before, and now people are also selling rice after 1,000 years. But when they sell, everyone should have, and some have, the new ideas. It may be a packing, it may be the way you manufacture, the polish you use. There are a lot of long grains, short grains, if you're from rice industry, you can see every industry has its own dynamics. So the comfort zone is really important to break up, where you have to work out of the box. Working long hours is of course a habit for accountants. That's something we are familiar with. But that's not innovation actually, right? I mean, we work long hours, we are responsible, we are hard worker, we know how to meet the targets. This is also an important characteristics. But this is a common characteristic of most of the people. So how to be an innovative or critically different from the others means we have to do something other than that.